Hello everyone, a Torah for you to take with you the Shabbos. The Torah tells us that there's a prohibition for parents to hand over their children to the Molech god. What exactly is the Molech god? It was one of the idolatries that the other nations served. And the practice was that you'd hand over your child to the priests of this Molech. And Rashi understands that they would have kind of like this pathway with fire on one side and fire on the other side, and the boy or the girl would pass through these flames on both sides, and that was a way of service. I'm not exactly sure what intentions they had while they were walking through. I'm sure they had very deep kavanos for the Molech, but that explains Rashi, is what they used to do. Rashi's opinion is that the children did not die. It was just you passed your child through the fire. You gave over the child to the priest. The priest would walk him through the fire, and that was done. That was your service. That was your weekly shul visit on Shabbos morning. The Ramban, however, brings many proofs that they did indeed burn the children alive. It was child sacrifice. The Ramban explains, based on the Gemara Sanhedrin, that they used to dig a big pit, and in the pit they would build a big raging fire, and the flames would rise out of the pit, and the flames would be high above the ground. You would first hand your child over to the priests. They would pick him up and shake him in all directions as a shaking part of the service, and then the father would hold the child's hand, and he would run with the child, and the child would jump over the pit with the flames coming out, and he would go and land on the other side. And he would repeat that process until he roasted. So every single time he would cross over, at some point, the fire would grab hold of him, and he would die from the flames. So Ramban explains that is what the Torah is referring to when there's a prohibition for a father to hand over your child to the priests, and the prohibition for a parent to pass his child over the fire for the sake of the Molech. It means literally to bring your child to be burnt over the fiery pit. The Ramban explains that the king Chizkiyahu was a righteous king, and his father Achaz was a wicked king. So the Navi writes that Achaz, his wicked father, did this. He committed the sin of passing his son over the fire. So the Ramban explains that we only find he had one son, which was Chizkiyahu. So how did Chizkiyahu live if his father passed him over the flames, trying to kill him by giving him as a sacrifice to the Molech god? So the Ramban explains, based on the Gemara, that his mother saved the day, as usual, and there is a animal called the salamander, and there's a certain oil that you can extract from the salamander which protects a person from fire. So before when he was ready to pass his son through the fire, his mother smeared him all over with the salamander oil, which allowed him not to burn from the fire, and because of that he was saved. Have a great Shabbos.